What up?
What up, y'all? Y'all ready?
Oh, come on. Can't even get both of my hands.
Is she ready? She's gonna be like T-Rex.
Right.
Hi, how are you? I'm so
Why
excited.
Is it so close?
I'm so excited. Hi.
I feel like it's so close.
Girl, you so fine. It's fine. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
That was lame.
Well, Michael, that was good.
Happy. I don't know what I was getting.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Oh, happy day.
What up, peeps?
Yes.
Welcome back to the Let's Make Out podcast, where we make out all things what?
Love, life, and laughter.
That is right. I am your host, Gabrielle, joined by my husband and co-host,
Chad.
Chad,
yeah. How are y'all doing?
what's going on?
What is going on? We are just trying to get back in the. Whenever you travel, it's hard to get back into the swing of the things. It takes like a week.
The swing of the things.
It takes like a week to get back into normal schedule again.
It does, which is so ridiculous. Like, did y'all have a good Thanksgiving? We haven't talked to you since Thanksgiving.
Excuse me.
Hopefully you had a great one. Hopefully you're gearing up for Christmas, because it's like tomorrow.
It is.
Like, why is Christmas tomorrow? Why is it getting ready to be 2022? I am just not ready. I feel like it's snuck up out of nowhere. Like,
it's crazy. Like, it just.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, this. It's interesting. I just think when Halloween came, from that point on, like, it just is a blur. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just flown by. So, I mean, it's been good, but it's just been flying by.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much it's flown by.
But needless to say, we're ready to take our break.
We are. We typically break, which is weird because. Okay, maybe before I get into this, we should cue the music.
Okay, let's do that. Yes.
Hold on, let me make sure this is not them. Well, that was exciting. We just got a phone call.
That's right.
We got a special delivery coming to the house.
That's right. But you got to watch our vlog channel.
I'm super excited.
Whenever we show that, but we will be showing
we're
it.
We're not even vlogging right now.
But we're not. But we are going to be putting up vlogs starting tomorrow through the rest of till Christmas.
No. That's not true.
Is that not? Are we starting? But I'm not. Am I not putting a vlog up tomorrow and Friday?
I don't know what you're doing.
We have 2 more vlogs this week, sweetie.
No, it should have gone up today, right?
We put up the vlog on Tuesday. So
see, this is the issue. We typically we're supposed to upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but the shit don't be on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Well, this week because I was driving. I was driving the vehicle.
Oh my goodness! So yes, we'll put up one tomorrow
and Friday. And then it starts on Monday, Vlogmas. So what I said was accurate. You was running your brain before you was running your mouth before your brain caught up.
Ooh, no, he didn't. So yes, in theory, we will have a Thursday, a Friday, and then
Monday to Christmas.
Monday we'll start the 12 days of Vlogmas because we decided we could not do the whole month. It's just been a whole lot going on.
Yes.
And we were like, we're going to give y'all 12 good days leading up to Christmas. We'll give y'all them last 3 vlogs of the year, that final week of the year, and then we out for our break. But what I was trying to say was, I feel like we break differently. Like, most people break in between Christmas and New Year's and they go back to work like on the 3rd or something like that. I feel like we be working through the holidays and then we break, which is awkward because I'm like, I really want to be off for the holidays too.
I think it's because we're content creators.
We are.
Because we're vloggers. If we weren't vloggers, in case you didn't know, Gabe TV, come on over. It's linked down below. Come check out our weekly vlogs 3 times a week. Sometimes 2, depends on what's happening.
That's hilarious.
But yeah,
if you are watching this and you didn't know we were vloggers, let me know in the chat.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
I'm pretty sure all of you watch us.
I'm pretty sure, but maybe there's somebody new today.
But maybe you're listening and you're not watching us and you didn't know we had a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Basically, like, because we're vloggers, like, that is stuff that our peeps want to see. They want to see the holidays. They want to see how we spend the holiday and stuff like that. See the kids open the present. You know, they want to see that stuff. So I get that.
Which is honestly, it's not even that difficult. Like that's what we're used to. I guess I want to make sure that we don't have any content to create outside of vlogs, like brand partnership work before Christmas. Yeah. Like I want to turn that off by, the week of Christmas. We not creating content for brands unless it's like a last minute. This is a really good thing. We need to do it.
As of right now, we'll be done with our brand content this week or early next week, and we'll be done with all of our brand stuff. But then just editing every day.
Yeah, and then we do have podcasts.
And we have a podcast for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna take a full 2 weeks off of both the vlog and of the podcast. In first 2 weeks of January.
Yes, I feel like we should have a whole month off.
And then we're coming back with something cool.
Oh yeah, kicking off 2022 with a bang.
With a bang.
Yeah.
So a fun trip.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that's all we'll say. A fun trip.
Somewhere we've never been, completely different from where
this is gonna be like this
go.
Will not be something that you have ever seen us experience.
So
together.
We're looking forward to that.
Like Gabriel and I have not experienced together. This is gonna be completely new. It's gonna be fun though.
So stay tuned for that. All of the shameless plugs later. Needless to say, keep up with us. We love y'all.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate y'all. Y'all part of the family.
We definitely appreciate you guys. Are you done Christmas shopping? Let's talk about that because I feel like I did a lot during Black Friday. I got some good things for the kids, but I haven't had a chance to lay it all out and see what it is that I'm missing, see what else they need. I don't know what to get for my mama. I don't know what to get for Nana. I don't know what to get for Gracie. I asked my mama yesterday what she want. She wouldn't tell me what she want. I'm like, if you don't tell me what you want for Christmas, lady, she was like, well, I feel bad. You're already doing so much. I said, Mom, I know you want something for Christmas because you always got something on your list. If you don't want to tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Like something. I'm trying not to just hand you some money. But if you wait long enough, that's what you go get.
You're going to get a bank envelope.
I'm trying to be done Christmas shopping before the 20th hits. Because I'm always doing stuff last minute and it's stressful. And I don't want to be stressed, okay?
Exactly.
Life is already stressful.
I don't want her to be stressed either.
And I don't want to be stressful. I want to sit down with some hot cocoa and watch some Christmas movies. I got to redecorate this raggedy tree. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot, but this is how I feel right now. I decorated the tree. We put it up before Thanksgiving because I was that excited. And then I remembered that not remember it, but I realized that I just didn't like the decor that I chose for the tree. So I went out and bought new stuff to decorate the tree. New decorations. Also known as decorations. Yeah. And I still have not switched out the decorations on the tree. So now I have to redecorate the tree and I cannot find the motivation to save my life. It's literally stressing me out.
So to do it.
I just have to do it. This is what I was supposed to do. I was on my Instagram. I was talking to my peeps. I was like, I'm about to go do the Christmas tree. And then I realized we had to film a podcast.
So you see how I've been trying to load the dishwasher every day.
And I really appreciate you.
But it's so I'm trying to create better habits, right? So that's something I'm always trying to just create better habits for myself, And so it's so easy to load the dishwasher when there's enough sinks in the dish in the sink to enough dishes in the sink to fill it, right? Well, now it's I want to fill it, wash it, empty it, and dirty dishes go straight from the use to in the dishwasher,
not just pile up in the sink.
Yeah, and a couple of them will go in the sink, the ones that can't be put in the dishwasher or something like that. Like all of her decorative mugs, that's the only thing that can't be put in the dishwasher.
You're right. Because they be having gold and foil and all of the things on them. Okay?
All the things. Aluminum foil, gold foil, all the stuff.
But you know what? I should take a lesson from my mug that says, today I will give myself grace and remind myself of how far I've come. So if anybody else needs the reminder.
That's true.
Give yourself grace. Rome was not built in a day. Hell, the world was not built in a day. So
yeah, exactly. And new habits are not built in a day.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
So,
which actually brings us to our first sponsor.
It does, yeah. So let's jump in that.
Yes.
That's a great segue into that.
So we talked about them on our last podcast, and hopefully you guys have taken advantage because I literally cannot speak their praises enough. I am so in love with this. And we're talking about, like, last episode, we were talking about mental health and anxiety and being stressed. And I have found something that will help you with that. Okay. So if you've not heard of Noom Mood, where have you been? Maybe you ain't been listening to us, but let me tell you all about it, because there's usually something in our lives that causes stress or anxiety, and we need to learn how to manage it, because it's one of those things where at some point in life you will come in contact with it, and how you manage it, how you deal with it is what's going to be, what's going to make or break the situation. Mm-hmm. So I love Noom Mood because it gives you tools that you can use to combat these feelings when they arise. So it's like you have this toolbox, and every week there's something new that you're working on to add to your toolbox so that you will know how to handle it when it comes. So it's like, I've been working towards, handling mine and managing mine. And the first week was all about creating space. So it's like for 15 minutes a day, you create space to just be for 15 minutes a day. And being can look different for everybody. So whether that's, meditating, or whether that's, just closing your eyes and, visualizing, or maybe you're watching a show or picking up a book, or a magazine, doing something for 15 minutes that is strictly for you and does not involve anyone else. And, it's another thing that I love about Noom Mood is that they have coaches. They have someone there to talk to you.
That's a nice addition.
And to kind of help you stay accountable. So, I had went a couple of days without opening it and doing my lesson, because every day there's a different lesson. There's a different reading section, and it's not overwhelming. It takes about 15 minutes. And I hadn't done it in a couple of days, and she messaged me and was like, hey, how's it been going? How have you been creating space? And I was like, quite honestly, I haven't been doing it. And she was like, maybe instead of 15 minutes, you just go for 5. Maybe you can only do 2. Maybe you just pop on a song and sit and listen to the song.
That's cool.
So I love that, because she helped me, not be so hard on myself for not getting it done. And she gave me an alternative to still create the space, but something is better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm actually I'm a huge fan. It's like a whole 12 week, I believe, where they're giving me different tools every week. So if you feel like you need help managing your stress and anxiety, I highly recommend Noom Mood. You can worry less and feel happier. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/LMO. And that is Noom, NOOM.com/LMO. And you can, get your free trial. It's awesome. I promise you will not regret it. So check it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's, because that's what we're talking about, just creating, for me, creating these habits, things that just are routine, are things that I want to do, already.
Yeah.
And I started this weekend. We were traveling.
And here comes the delivery.
Yeah, we'll be back. So our awesome delivery is being put together now, so we're excited. But like I was saying about the habit thing, of why I've been trying to do the simple thing. I started that in Alabama. We'll talk about our travel this weekend, but I started there. I wake up and I would make the bed. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to just create these little habits. People, and it's so interesting because you think they're simple, right? Mm-hmm. But when you create these little, they're simple. It's really easy to do that. But it also trains you to to doing those simpler things that you don't do, helps you to do the harder things when it comes to habits and stuff like that.
You build that muscle, consistency muscle.
Consistency, just it's so yeah, just doing those little simple things, so just having, keeping the dishes, things like that. I'm gonna try to just continue to do, because I do the dishes. I'll throw them in the dishwasher. That's not something that I don't do. But I'm trying to be a bit more deliberate about it.
I get what you're saying.
So when it comes to the tree thing, it's just about just do it.
Yeah, I just got to do it.
That's how I've been trying to function. Just do it.
And just get it done. Like,
yeah.
Set a timer. I want some Christmas music.
Because we'll keep procrastinating. We'll keep putting it off.
Yeah.
Because we're like, well, I got other things to do.
Right. I'm like, I do have a laundry list of other things to do, but...
But I think that we forget that will still check something off your list.
Right. I don't know why. Am I the only one that does this? It's like, well,
it.
there are certain things that should be a priority. I get it. Certain things, it's like, I have to work on this first. Mm-hmm. But if there are multiple things that, like, I have on there to go through and get all the clothes up off the floor because the house is a mess. But it's like, if I do one before the other, is it really going to make a difference?
Exactly. Like, it's still getting some off the list. I do the same thing, though. It's like you prioritize things to where you're like, if I don't get those done, I'm sure as heck not going to do those.
Right.
Well, that's almost like, well, maybe you just can't get those ones done today, so get the other ones done. It's still getting something done.
You'd rather have nothing done on your list than...
No, but you do that mentally. You put yourself in that position.
It's like, no, this has to happen first. Then I can move on to that. Yeah.
Then throw the day away.
Throw the day away. Yes, it's exactly. You feel like you haven't been productive enough, or I haven't done anything enough because it didn't happen in the
I checked 10 things off my list, but it wasn't my top 3. Crap day.
Well, maybe you shouldn't put so many things on your list.
Exactly. You shouldn't have any more than 3 to 5 things on your list anyway.
Period. Okay. And
per day.
I made a to-do list, and it's literally front and back on a sticky note. I was like, I don't know when I'm going to... This is just everything that I want to get done before I am mentally off,
because she doesn't do a calendar or a work hard daily planner that are actually marked down. Link below. They're marked down.
Are they 50% off?
They are.
Or did I make that up?
They are marked down from 35 to 25.
Hey.
Yes. So we have about 150 pink planners left, which is the nicest one by far.
Yes. It's the one that went the quickest, so then we reordered more and we still have them.
Yeah, so we've got 150 left of those. Yeah. Gray ones, I have like 3 left. Black, I have like 15.
Yeah.
But they are marked down from 35 to 25. Link below. Workharddaily.com. WRKHarddaily.com.
Yes, and it's undated. So you
undated.
Can start
52 weeks. Undated. Yeah. So you can start tomorrow.
Isn't it awesome to-do list? Like, I was using that. Yeah. And then I just was like...
She's not used to using...
I feel like I switch up every couple of months. I was like, oh, if I just do a Post-it note and stick it on my laptop, then every time I open my computer, it's right there in my face. So I've been doing that lately.
So you have to do what works for you.
Yeah, you got to find what works for you.
Yeah, but the planner is pretty nice. Yeah, but the planner is nice. So if you're interested, check it out. But we just trying to be productive over here in these streets.
In these
house streets.
In these house streets.
Home street.
I think that's my saying. Everything is a street in these whatever streets.
It is.
Because my mom was like, so I went to Costa Rica this weekend. And my mom was like, bring me back something. She always wants a souvenir. And I was like, I'll see what I can find in these Costa Rican streets. And she was cracking up loud.
It don't matter what streets. Like
anybody's streets. Okay?
She said at one time when we were in Key West, there was no streets because we were out in the middle of the ocean. And she was like, wow, in these Key West streets. She said in Maldives.
I did.
And we weren't on
no
Nan streets. Nan.
So, yeah, that was cool, you guys.
We had a good weekend. So, go into what you did.
Yeah, so we traveled separately this past weekend, which doesn't happen very often. Y'all know, like, this is my travel buddy right here.
It was quite sad.
It was very sad. And it's like, you know how don't nothing be happening and then everything happens at the same time?
Same time.
So, I had planned this trip. It was a girls' trip. With my friend Sparkle. We went to college together. She was my roommate in LA, and with Kelly. You guys know my best friend Kelly. So we had this plan for the weekend, and then like right after the race, we found out that Renee was doing something for her birthday. Yeah. It was Chad's brother's birthday. Like, they all have the same birthday.
Carson.
His niece's birthday. Yeah.
Same birthday.
They were having like a party and everything, and it just happened to be the same weekend. So Babe went to Alabama.
That's right.
With the kids. And I went to Costa Rica.
So I also wanted to test out a road trip with the kids.
Yes, and how did that go?
Well, I mean, went good. Yeah. I mean, well, I can get it. Go ahead and let's continue.
You want me to continue with
Costa Rica?
So let's talk about Costa Rica. It was amazing. I've never been to Costa Rica, and we just had such a good time. Like, first of all, we have not taken a trip together, the three of us, since 2008. We went to Miami. That was our last girls trip. So what is that, 12, 13 years ago since we've taken 13, a girls trip?
Almost 14 years ago.
Yeah, and we just had so much fun. Like, I am more of a relaxing vacation type of person. I want to be at a resort. I want to be on somebody's beach with a cocktail in my hand. Like, I just want to chill. Mm-hmm. But this was like a trip. Kind of like what I say about our, like, when we went to Paris in Italy. Like, that was a trip. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily a vacation because we weren't relaxing, so to speak. Like, we were doing all of the things. Ziplining, hiking through the rainforest. I mean, going down and seeing a waterfall. Hot springs. Like, we did have a bit of relaxation at the resort for the hot springs. Like, and we had some drinks and we ate and we relaxed for a day. And then we had like a private masseuse, like the massage therapist came to the Airbnb. We had a private chef. So there were bits and pieces of relaxation in the midst of the adventure. And it was just so fun. Like, I didn't know what to expect going into the trip.
I could tell that she wasn't sure. It wasn't like she was...
Like, I was excited, but I didn't know.
Because it was going to be so much. It was going to be so different than what she was used to.
But I am fully on board for trips like that.
And she wasn't going to be roaming them streets with a road dog.
I know, and it's so funny because Sparkle was like, I said something about, like, I'm definitely gonna have to come back with Babe, and she was like, I know you've said that multiple times, how you wish that he was here. I was like, I don't travel without Babe, so that's the thing about girls trips is, like, everywhere we go, I'm going to want to go with my husband. So now I got to go back to Costa Rica because I want to do this stuff with my husband. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, so it was fun, though. Love him. So it was a lot of fun, though. But when we go back, we definitely staying at the resort because the resort was beautiful. But it was, it was like romantic. All these
we
couples kissing in the pool and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting with my girlfriends. We had a blast, but it is definitely a place you go with.
There was when we were on the FaceTime, remember when you were kissing the phone? Like,
what?
He's like, oh, you ain't the only one to kiss their husband.
So right, okay, yeah. So it was a blast. Take a girls trip if you haven't, because it's a lot of fun. Just make sure you pick the right people to go with, because that can make or break the trip. If people aren't, like, you got to know how people travel, and everybody doesn't travel well.
No,
you know what
everybody
I'm
doesn't
saying?
travel well.
Like,
yeah.
And luckily, we had done it before. Nobody was new to each other on the trip. Like, we all have known each other since college. So, we had a great time.
Yeah, no, that's good. I was so happy. Every time I talked to her, it seemed like she was having a good time. Yeah. And speaking of our vlog, those videos of her trip to Costa Rica and my trip to Alabama will be live. The first one went live already. Next 2 days.
Thursday, Friday.
We'll have 3 vlogs showing all of our travels. You definitely want to check out, especially the Costa Rican stuff.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A on Instagram. I've already gotten tons of questions, so I'm going to start answering those today. All the burning questions: how much did it cost? How do we plan today. It? All of the things. Maybe I know it's not really on my list.
Exactly. Don't be adding it to your sticky note either.
So come on over to Gabe Flowers on Instagram and see all of my Costa Rica highlight, because it'll have the FAQs and stuff on there.
Yeah.
No more shameless plugs.
Yes. So I have all the facts on there. All right. So
how's Alabama love?
Alabama was great. It was, so basically, Roll Tide. Yeah. So no, it was awesome. Going to be able to see, Renee for this was her 50th birthday. So it was like, so normally they don't do a party every year, but this was, a big one for her. Carson turned 25. So really cool to be able to go see them, and then obviously see Mark. Mark had some medical stuff he had just taken care of, so a surgery for some stuff. So I was, I knew he wouldn't be out and about doing a bunch, but still get to go hang out with him for his birthday. And then kids got to see Grandma. We stayed with Grandma actually the first night, so they were she loved that. Mm-hmm. I mean, she was so excited. And then we went to breakfast the next morning and stuff like that. So that was nice just to kind of see everybody. And then, Alabama played Georgia on Saturday in the SEC championship. So, it's just great to be in Bama when Bama plays. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I went into the Alabama store and you walk in, people ultimately, if they see which team you're for, they say Roll Tide. Like, you know, I opened the door for a guy. I was wearing an Alabama hat. He was wearing one. He's like, instead of thank you, he said Roll Tide. That's like a thank you. So, you know,
you're so excited.
It's just awesome. But no, we had a good time. The kids had a great time hanging out with Uncle Mark and Auntie Connie, and Cameron was there. My nephew, or Mark's son, he was there. So we had a good time. Just really hung out. Didn't do a ton of stuff. Weather was beautiful, like shorts and t-shirt weather.
Crazy.
But yeah, we had a good time. Plus, you know, and the road trip went really well. Like there, we decided to leave on Thursday, and we stayed in Nashville. So I found a hotel with an indoor pool so the kids could go swimming. So we did that, went swimming. Decent trip on down there. The next day, Chad Jr., he must have eaten something the night before that was bad because he had a stomach ache. Like, you know, his stomach was giving him issues the whole trip to Alabama. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, that, you know, went away. He was good to go and didn't have any more issues. So it was just something he ate. And then, on the way back though, we did the whole trip. We did the whole 8.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Stopped like 3 or 4 times the bathroom break and one time for lunch.
And that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Kids did great. And they were up the whole time. So they didn't fall asleep or anything.
Oh, really?
No, they did not fall asleep.
Wow.
They crushed it. So
That's awesome.
I confirmed that. I knew Chad Jr. would be fine.
Yeah.
He gets bored.
It's more about Reagan.
More about Reagan to see how she would handle that long of a drive. And she crushed it.
Yeah.
So
well, that's cool.
Yeah. So no, it was a really good trip. We had a good time. Of course, missed Gabrielle.
I know.
But we talked a bunch, you know. And,
we did.
You know, she kept sending me all these like they were not nude photos or videos. They were just in her bathing suits or her outfit of the night.
Got to keep them guessing.
Them OOTDs and them OOTNs
outfit of the day, outfit of the night
were wow.
They were everything, huh?
Everything.
And the scenery was beautiful, so I kept getting like beautiful pictures. Like I haven't posted half of the content I have.
Sweetheart, when you sent me videos or pictures, the scene, it was like the background had been removed from the. Okay, it was just you. All I could see was you.
Well, for me, I was like, "Oh, this is aesthetically."
Yeah, but then she was doing all this sexy, like she'd be like, "Oh, let me show you."
Is that what I looked like? Is that what my face looked? Is that what my face looked like?
She doing all these like sexual, like sexy looks and stuff.
I though?
I mean, yes. It wasn't like, oh, hey, look, babe, look at this. When you're not trying to be sexy, you'd be like, hey, babe, look at this waterfall, and it's so beautiful.
When you're trying to be sexy, you're like, look at this waterfall.
Yes, exactly.
As I am rinsing my hair.
I know, right? She's like, she puts it in slow motion. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what are you trying to do to me right now?
Hey, you got to keep it spicy, okay? You got to keep it spicy.
But yeah, so
we had a great time.
Great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Very good time. But speaking of great times, second sponsor, Best Fiends. That's Best Friends. Remove the R. Yes. Best Fiends. So we've talked about this game many times. You can actually get it on the App Store or Google Play Store now, free. So it's a free game. You can get it now. It keeps you, literally engaged.
Yeah.
You know, and it'll keep you engaged for a long time because
it's the perfect road trip game.
So like, unless you're driving, do not play this.
Don't do that.
Exactly. It is. But if you just need like a break, just to relax, just to chill, and you want to do something that kind of challenges your brain and stuff like that, this is a great game. It doesn't stress you out. It just will. You know, it's a puzzle game, so it will give you a little bit of a challenge. Mm-hmm. So they have it all. It's a great storyline, collectible fiends, and fun puzzles. So basically, like, if you don't, and the cool thing about it too is if you don't have Wi-Fi, that's not a problem because you can play it wherever, whenever, in the offline mode. Mm-hmm. So a lot of you are probably going to be traveling, you know, or have already traveled or whatever for the holidays. You know, this is a great way to kind of, you know, just to fill in that time, especially if you're waiting at the airport or if you are sitting, you know, in the car and someone else is driving on those long road trips. So we are literally, I think we're very close to hitting, you know, the triple digits as far as levels. But the fact that there's over thousands of levels, that's like we still in the beginning of the game. I mean, like we about to hit, like I said, like, you know, maybe level 100 but or maybe we did just hit. We're right around that area, but there's thousands and thousands of levels, and they continue to add more. So like it's just going to continue to grow to grow. You know, as the amount of levels that you can do. So again, if you beat this game, if you tell people you beat this game, I just don't believe you. Like you got to prove it. You're gonna have to prove that it said, congratulations, you beat this game.
Right.
I'm gonna need to see that on the screen. But yeah, it's a great game. We want you to check it out. So again, you can download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R, Best Fiends. Check it out. If you've been playing, let us know what you think.
Yes.
Our special delivery has been delivered. So that's exciting.
It has. I'm excited about it.
Yes.
Let's see what else.
What else?
Talked about?
That was really that was the weekend.
Everything. That was the weekend.
It was the weekend. It was a busy.
Seemed like it was longer than a weekend.
It did. I guess it was like a day or two longer, but
yeah.
It's Thursday through that Monday.
Yeah.
But it's just it was much. I was really happy that Gabrielle got to go on this trip because I think that she really got to relax. Mm-hmm. I think you didn't think about work. You didn't.
No, I definitely did not.
So I think that was really good that
got
you
to check out from that.
Exactly, you got a chance to kind of just check out, and I was actually able to check out this weekend myself, so that was nice. And see Alabama, kick Georgia's butt. So any of y'all Georgia fans out there,
Roll Tide.
Sorry, not sorry. Roll Tide.
Let's see. Do we have an Ask Gabe and Babe? Should we do an Ask Gabe and Babe?
We do have a few.
Let's check it out.
All right. Let me see. Okay, she wants to be anonymous. So, what's up, anonymous? Hey, y'all. I'm a longtime peep since Siege was born and had a question. Appreciate you being around this long. Absolutely. I do want to remain anonymous since I can comment on almost everything laugh out loud. We appreciate that.
Okay.
I know that you have talked about boundaries before, but is there any exception when it comes to family? I know that we're supposed to love people with the love of Christ, but at what point does it become use the wisdom God gave you? I have an aunt, mom's older sister, that has crossed the line with me on multiple occasions. In the past, she has threatened to have a boyfriend arrested if he didn't break up with me. Jeez. What? She's one of them aunts. She has also introduced another boyfriend to another woman and helped him plan a proposal to her while we were still together.
Wait, what?
What in the world? She that kind of aunt. Okay. Most recently, she has physically attacked me in front of my grandmother, who also is her mother.
Oh no, she got to go.
Wow. I never fought her back, which was a big deal for me because I never walk away from a fight, let alone not fight back. But now she has told my mom that I attacked her, and that I'm the reason her other business ventures are failing when I literally have not done anything.
What? This is too much.
I have been at my house minding my business and getting through a pregnancy. I'm currently 6 months pregnant with my son and in the process of planning a baby shower. My mom wants me to invite her sister.
Nope.
Yeah, but I'm not just in place. But I'm not in a place where I feel like she needs to be around me, especially if she's blatantly lying on me and still calling herself a pastor.
Oh no!
This story can't get any crazier.
It can't.
I don't feel bad for not dealing with her, but I feel bad because it makes it extremely awkward when there are family events that I just don't go to. I've spoken to my family and they understand, but it's like everyone is walking on eggshells, and that wasn't my intention. Please help.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Jeez, yeah. First of all, that's
nobody
horrible.
Should be going through this, especially not while you're pregnant. Like that is.
Jeez.
You don't need the stress. You don't need the headache. Like here's the thing: boundaries exist for a reason, and boundaries should exist in every single relationship you have. I don't care who it is. Mama, grandmama, auntie, husband, children, friends, co-workers.
Boundaries are to protect you and your emotions.
Absolutely. I think that kudos to you for not
molly-whopping her.
I was about to say beating her tail, but not the tail.
Auntie
when
whopping
she
her.
attacked you. Okay, so kudos to you for keeping your cool and not turning that into a situation.
Yes.
But like some people just, you know what I'm saying? Some people you just have to love from afar. I love you because you're my family, but I don't particularly fool with you. And I think that that's the approach that you have to take. at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. And for your mental, if it's best for you to not be around her, then whether it's a family function, whether it's your own baby shower, whether it's whatever, you have the freedom to make that choice. So, because I was going to say, well, do you have to not go to the family functions just to not be around her? Could you be in the same place as her and not interact with her? Maybe it's harder to do that, or maybe she's one of those people who like will be up in your face, or you know what I'm saying? But as far as your baby shower, no, I absolutely would not invite her. And if your mother does not understand that, I'm so sorry, Mom. Yeah. But I can give you examples of how she has disrespected me. And if you don't see it, I'm so sorry. I know how I feel, and I don't want to feel like this on my baby shower.
It's also your baby shower. It's your choice.
It's your baby shower. Is your mama paying for it?
Even if
she was, honestly, like, even it's if she was for you. And clearly this aunt does not have good intentions. There's no, like, is she even happy for you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would you want somebody there? It sounds like she don't even want you to be happy, to help celebrate a huge moment in your life that don't even have your best interest at hand? Like, why would anybody want that? And if nobody can understand that, then oh well, it's not your choice. It's not your position to help them understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another part of boundaries. Like, you don't have to see it the way that I see it. It's happening to me. So
I didn't set my boundaries to appease you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, girl,
like
what you got to say?
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. Like, there are just toxic people in this world, and unfortunately, sometimes those toxic people.
What is your problem?
What you even barking? Don't be toxic, poo poo.
Don't come up here barking.
We trying to film a podcast. You talking about family members? You remember them when you came out the womb?
He's saying we toxic.
You toxic, poo poo. A little poo poo him. But yeah, so it's toxic people are in just people. That's just who they are, right? And unfortunately, sometimes those toxic people are family members. I don't think that gives them a pass.
It does not.
Just because you're blood does not give you a pass to be toxic to me. If you are toxic and you bring negative energy into my life, you're just not going to be in my life. Yeah. I don't care if we share the same blood or not.
Yeah.
Like, that's not... Look, at the end of the day, we all share the blood of Jesus, but guess what? You toxic. It just is what it is. I can't have you in my life. And so I think that if this person is making you, uncomfortable, treating you bad, you have, feelings towards them that are unresolved, and you've not been able to resolve them, then I 100% believe that you have to make sure you take care of your sanity first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Keep your stress levels low, especially since you're pregnant. But even if you weren't pregnant, stress is one of the major contributors to just not being healthy.
Yeah.
In general. And so if someone's bringing you unneeded stress,
okay,
they don't need to be in your life. Like, it's just simple as that.
They just don't need to be.
And now, because she is family, I think that if there are ways to, I guess, repair the relationship at some point, then, that would be amazing, right? But those are things that need to be initiated on her part.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that is doing these things to you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be running around begging for her forgiveness or begging her to be nice to you. That's not how life works. I'm sorry. I'm not begging nobody to be nice to me.
I feel like, and she probably older. I feel like that's a common issue with older people. It's like they feel like you should just respect them because they're older, and it don't work like that.
I think that I've had this conversation.
Yes.
I am a full believer of, just because you've been on this earth longer than me doesn't mean that I just have to respect you because of that. Mm-hmm. No, respect is something that is earned, and respect is something that is given from me when you've earned it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to respect me for me to respect you.
You don't get to just be disrespectful.
Just because you've been on the,
be respectful.
No, I'm sorry. Your age does not give you the grace to be a asshole.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that.
It's true.
So I believe that 100% you have to take care of yourself, and keep negative, toxic people out of your life. that doesn't mean that I think the one thing you have to make sure you're doing is that you make sure that because you mentioned, God, and you mentioned this a few times so that means that you're a believer.
Yeah.
So I think that what you have to make sure you're doing, even though you don't want this person in your life right now because they are toxic and they are bringing you your stress, that still doesn't mean that you can't pray for them, wish them well.
Yeah.
And pray for their a change that probably needs to happen in all of their relationships, because you're not the only one that she's treating.
Yeah,
this way.
I'm sure she has to be treating others the same way.
Yeah, and if she is a pastor, that's
even worse.
That's even worse. And I can speak on pastors that I've had in my life that are hypocrites.
Pray for her.
Yes. And so I just think that you got to make sure you do your part. What you believe is Christ. I think you can pray from her from afar. You don't have to be there with her to pray for her.
Absolutely.
And
and I would say I have a recommendation for you. There is a therapist that I follow, Nidra Glover Tawab. I'm not sure how to exactly pronounce her last name, but she has a book called Setting Boundaries, Finding Peace. And it's amazing. She actually just released a workbook to go with it. And I feel like it's a great book for anybody, whether you're, struggling with boundaries or not, because a lot of times we don't even realize how we don't have clear boundaries for ourselves in certain relationships. It's a great read. I am not finished with it, but I have been reading it. It's great. And if you follow her on Instagram, she always has her posts, like everything she posts, I swear, is so eye-opening and so helpful, and it's just like, wow, I never even thought about it this way, or it's just like giving you permission to set the boundary. So I found one that I wanted to read to you, because it said, a few reminders for people with difficult family relationships. Number one, you are not alone. There's no such thing as a perfect family. You are not obligated to have relationships with unhealthy people. You are not obligated to have relationships with unhealthy people. You do not have to like every person in your family.
That's a big one.
You cannot create healthy relationships with people who are not interested in having healthy relationships.
Preach.
That's a really good one. You are not betraying anyone by speaking your truth. You're honoring yourself. And that's a really good one to think about, because whether your family sees the way she treats you, whether they agree or not, you are allowed to have your truth about it. Period.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's okay to be different from the other people in your family. And then lastly, you can create family relationships with people who are not related to you. So she says in her caption, blood is not more important than peace. Say that again. You get to decide what your relationships look like. So hopefully that is helpful to you. Please follow her, get the book. It's great. And it's Nidra, NedraTawwab. Tawab.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but she's great, because that can help you. She even goes through scripts sometimes, if somebody says this, how to respond, and all of this is on her Instagram. She's great. And hopefully we gave you, some things to think about. At the end of the day, you can love people from afar. You can still be Christ-like. You can still show the love of Christ by keeping it brief. Hey, auntie, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, there's something going on in her. For her to be doing all of these things, we always act from a place of hurt or whatever. It's much easier for us to project our feelings on other people, because we want them to feel how we feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like she may be going through some things, and there needs to be some prayer there. And, there needs to be prayer on that, period, because God can reconcile anything. He can fix anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's not up to you to do that. He's got to do a work in her.
Exactly. So you can your part in that is to pray, include her in your prayers, and then also keep your sanity by just keeping your distance.
Yeah.
That's what you owe to yourself. If you don't want to go to something that she's at because you don't feel like you're going to be able to hold your tongue or you're going to feel uncomfortable, don't go.
Yeah.
Guess what? If some of your family members don't understand that, guess what? It's just not for them to understand.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. I mean, I do things all the time that like my family is not. I'm not the person that just, falls in line when it comes to family. Like, if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Simple as that. Like I was that way from a kid. That's why I always got in trouble. Like, I just think that you have to do what you feel is best for you.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hurting other people.
Absolutely.
So we wish you nothing but the best.
Yes.
We are, happy for you. Congratulations on the baby.
Yes, congrats. That's exciting.
And
yeah. Boundaries are important, y'all.
That's right.
Set them.
Yeah.
Stick to it.
So
yeah, with that said.
Speaking of boundaries.
Oh. I was going to wrap it up and forgot we had a whole other sponsor.
Sometimes when you set these boundaries, there's certain people you will not get gifts.
Say that. Everybody don't deserve a gift.
Everybody don't deserve a gift just because they are blood or because they're a friend. Sometimes you just don't get a gift. Yeah. But the people that you do want to get gifts for,
you want to get a good one.
You got to get a good one. Maybe you get an uncommon one.
Hey.
So, uncommon goods. Right? You know that, yeah. So, uncommon goods. We've told you about them before. Just a cool site. Like, literally, I try not to go on there too often because you
can always find something.
You can always find something, and they'll be taking all your money.
Yeah.
But for gifts, perfect place to go. So, if you've not finished your holiday shopping, then you've got to check out uncommonGoods.com because they have like incredible like original gifts. Let me see. If you need something for your mom, your dad, you got teens, in-laws, besties. Everybody. I mean, simple as that. And this is not stuff that you can find just like going to a store, going anywhere. They have unique and creative gifts, often handmade by independent artists and makers. So skip the gifts that scream last minute, like some socks, like the tie and the like little like tie clip set.
Unless they're like personalized socks.
Unless they're personalized.
Or personalized tie
But
clips.
if they just that tie, like don't just skip it. Nope. But yeah, uncommongoods.com. So we've bought a few things. So we've had this like rum making kit.
Yes, which we are actually using.
We are going to use
next
it.
couple weeks.
We have a wine making kit. Some Cabernet.
Yep.
And so we want to make that one so that because she loves Cabernet, like that's one of her favorites. So
I
we're
bought
gonna
you
make
some
that.
flavored coffee.
Yes, the flavored coffee, which I did use.
It was a gift for Valentine's Day or something.
Or Father's Day, one of the two.
Or Father's Day, one of those. Yeah.
And we used all those.
Good. Yeah.
So we drink some coffee in this house. But speaking of coffee, they've got tons of stuff of coffee. But like pretty much high quality, unique. Again, like I said, handmade or made in the U.S. And with every purchase you make in Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice.
That's awesome.
So that's really awesome. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. So that's pretty amazing. So we want you to get 15% off your next gift. So you can go to uncommongoods.com/LMO. That's uncommongoods.com/LMO for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We are all out of the ordinary. Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Especially some of these crazy family members. But yeah, so that was the podcast.
Yeah. We didn't do any questions today. I feel like we should do a question.
We did. I feel like we should just save that for the next podcast.
Why Babe always trying to quit, y'all.
Well, I'm not trying to quit. I'm just trying to make sure that you remember who is editing this here podcast. It ain't that, shawty. It's just one of us not done when this is over. But you still fine though. But yeah, so we appreciate you listening or watching.
We love y'all.
Or both. We love y'all. Plus the battery's about to die. So
it is about to die.
Make sure you keep track of us. Link down in the description box or the show notes of everything you need to know about us, how to follow us. And we appreciate y'all.
Come on over to Gabe TV. Watch the 12 days of Vlogmas. We're going to have a couple breakfast lives in there. I feel like we need to have one this Saturday. I think it might start this Saturday. No, it has to.
Okay, well, we got to wrap up. The battery's about to die.
So come on over to Gabe TV and check us out there. If you have any suggestions for our Ask Gabe and Babe writer, put it down in the comments. keep it going.
Yes.
All of that good stuff. So.
Absolutely. So we appreciate you, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.